Guitarists have a problem. We've got a pretty nasty, bad habit, right? We play notes just because they're there, just because our hands can play them, just because it's ergonomically simple to play these shapes on the guitar. We feel like we have to play them. And sometimes when we do this, we accidentally play something musical. But if we're being honest with ourselves, 99% of the time, we're just messing around. And we're not really creating something musical. And a lot of satisfaction from playing the guitar comes from creating your own original music that sounds good. We don't want to be creating music that sounds god-awful and is making everyone walk out the room whenever they hear it, right? We want good music. And there is a more satisfying way to play the instrument that's going to allow us to kind of play with feel. Everyone says, oh, I like guitarists that play with feel. I don't like these people that shred 1,000 notes. But, like, we don't really know what feel is. There's no kind of description for it. It's just something we kind of agree is good. And I think there is a way to play with feel. I think what that is when we ditch our hands. So when we stop using the hands and the shapes to guide us. So we're going to go over that today in this video. By the end of the video, I'm going to show you a technique that's going to help you create more melodic and inspiring ideas on the instrument. I help intermediates become advanced. Just so you can trust me, this is who I used to be as an intermediate. And you probably sound a lot better than I do at the moment, or I did back then at least. I didn't know what to do in order to advance at the guitar. I was stuck here for a while, but I did manage to persevere. I kept playing, and I developed my own unique style. This is me improvising a solo here. I'm quite proud of this. I developed my own technique on the guitar, and I just want to give you some hope and inspiration as well that you can actually grow and get out of that intermediate rut on the guitar. I've been in your shoes. I know how to get out of them. My name is Fabian Dolan. This is how I got good at guitar. I have over 10 years of experience, 10,000 hours played. I've taught many students in the past. As you heard a minute ago, we've got a Discord notification going off. We actually have a Discord for this channel. If you want to hang out with a load of like-minded guitarists, please check out the Discord. If you're stagnating with your progress, you're confused on how to improve, book a call with me. I'll offer lessons in order to get you past that rut. Again, there is a link in the description to talk with me. And again, if you have any questions, follow me on Instagram. For the lessons, I'm teaching one of you how to advance your playing, and I'm not going to be able to stop until you get advanced. I'm committed to seeing results. So again, if you're interested in lessons, check the link below in the description. Now, melodies. Melodies. Where do they come from? They come from our brain. They don't come from the guitar. The guitar doesn't make music for you. We all know that, right? We learned that the very first time that we picked up the instrument. Music just doesn't happen out of nowhere, right? We have to create it. And again, the guitar is not the thing that's creating music. It's the ideas up here. It's the brain that makes the music, not the guitar. So, as guitarists, we rely on the shapes to make music, right? We learn these shapes. We play over the pentatonic scale. We try and create melodies with that. But again, this is not our brain. We're not using our brain. We're just kind of relying on the motor movements of our hand, right? And this isn't what creates good music. Again, we might accidentally play something that sounds cool. But again, most of the time, we're wasting all this energy. We're like a machine gun that's spraying and praying, hoping that we hit a target. Well, we can be a sniper that zeroes in and perfectly hits the shot right on the mark. So, the riff approach, the using our hands, the shape approach can only take us so far, right? Riffing is cool, I can't lie, it is fun to just kind of just mess around and just fuck around and find out on the guitar, come up with some cool riffs. That is cool, but it gets boring after a while, I can't lie. You probably have experienced the same thing. We're like, I'm done with the guitar now, I'm just going to put it down for the day. Like, you've tried to create some cool riffs, but nothing's really come out, and you just get bored after a while, and you don't really create any good music. You just kind of create sounds on the instrument. But we can start creating songs and create good melodies on the instrument, and this requires an approach that's different from just using shapes and just riffing around and messing around on the guitar. We have to kind of intentionally try and create melodies. And we have to use our brain and our ear to guide us, which is going to be struggle in the beginning, right? Because we're not used to this. We're used to using our hands to guide us rather than using our ear or our brain. Again, this is a skill that we have to train. And it's going to be difficult because we're going to have to unlearn and ignore the shapes that we rely on. So when we're learning the guitar, when we go from beginner to intermediate, we're taught all these chord shapes and these scale shapes that we need to learn and practice. And this is good. This helps us kind of create something decent on the instrument. But in terms of writing good songs and good melodies, we have to go backwards a bit, because not only do we have to learn something new, we also have to unlearn this habit. And again, it's not necessarily a bad habit. The shapes, they're very useful, and it allows the guitar to be unique. We still want to keep the shapes, but we have to unlearn our reliance on them, and we have to practice and develop a new skill. But once we get good at this skill, songs are going to start appearing out of nowhere, right? You're going to pick up the instrument and just suddenly some inspiration is going to drop on you, and you're going to be able to create a lovely, beautiful sounding song with a brilliant melody. So I want you to promise this for me. If you're watching this video, you're serious about sounding good on the guitar, pick up your instrument right now and promise me that you're going to practice this as you follow along with the video. Pause it if you need to, right? I don't care if it takes you hours to do this and like you come back tomorrow and watch this video, but I want you to genuinely work on this and genuinely try and incorporate this into your playing. So what we're going to do, we're going to play any chord on the instrument. I'm going to take this G minor chord, right? Then play the chord and we're going to sing or hum a melody. This is going to be a bit of an embarrassing video because I'm not really a singer, but I'll try and hum for you. So let's see what I can come up with when I play this chord. And then we're going to remember that melody and try and figure out what that is on the instrument. Use your ear to guide you. That's what I just hummed there, right? And obviously I found that quickly because I've been doing this for a bit. But you kind of have to mess around. Go through a bunch of notes to find the ones that actually match with the melody that you just sang or hummed along with. So, this is the first step, right? I want you to be practicing this on your instrument when you pick up the guitar. Play a chord, and then don't use any shapes to create a melody. Use your ear, right? Just play over the chord, think about it, and then try and hum something along with that sounds nice. And again, it's not going to be very complex in the beginning, because again, we're not very good at this at the start. It's something we have to train and get good at. Now, once we've done that, we're going to find another chord, and we're going to do the same process again. And I'm playing this chord here now, that is D minor. So I went from G minor to D minor. And I'm going to sing another melody, but the key here is to make sure it's still similar to the first melody that we just sang. Again, I can sing the exact same one over again. Play another chord. Then go back to the start again. Again, apologies if my humming is out of tune, but you get the idea that you can pretty much copy and paste the same melody and then play it over all these different chords, and then before you know it, you've got a song. You've got a kind of little idea and a hook going on. You've got right? Again, I accidentally changed the melody a bit there, but you get the idea. It's actually quite simple to do this, but we're relying so much on just playing shapes that we never even try this or never even know it's an option, and that holds us back. Again, the shapes are good for learning and figuring out what we can play, but they're not necessarily the best way to create good music. So we need to find another approach to the guitar to create these good melodies. And yeah, again, you don't need to change the melodies that much when you come up with new chords. You want to make sure that you keep it similar. You don't want to be doing a completely different thing every time. It kind of needs to stay on topic, and it needs to stay somewhat relevant. So don't change the rhythm too much. Don't change all the notes. But again, use your ear to guide you. You're going to know what sounds good when you hear it, right? You're not going to play it and go, does that sound good? I don't really know. I'm kind of doubting myself here. You'll know if it sounds good. So use your ear, and it will tell you, right? And again, this is so much better than the shape approach on the instrument. And keep doing this. Eventually, you're going to have a song. And it's okay if you can't do it at the moment, right? If you can't, if you're not good at this skill, which likely you aren't going to be when you first try it, it's okay. Don't worry. As long as you can just do this over one chord, that's progress, right? We need to start small. So just pick one chord and hum a melody over it. And it's going to be quite simple. It's going to be quite boring. But over the time, the more you practice this, the better it's going to become, and the more elaborate and beautiful the melody is going to sound. And then try doing that over two chords. Coming up with a melody, and then finding another chord, singing the same melody over that. And then if you can do that over two, you can do that over three chords. And then if you can do that over four chords, and five chords, and so on and so on and so on. And before you know it, you have this skill where you're able to take a chord and then apply a beautiful sounding melody to it. And then before you know it, you're going to be good enough, and you're going to have enough ideas in order to create an actual song that flows and that sounds good. You're not going to be stuck just like riffing around. You're going to be writing beautiful songs with beautiful melodies. The important part here is that we're training our ear, that we're not relying on our hands to create music. We're relying on our ear, our brain that creates the music. Not just the mindless movement of going through scale shapes and playing random chords and just riffing around. Again, this is fun to blow off steam and do that, but if we want to actually create good sounding music, which that is a goal for a lot of us on the guitar, is to create our own songs, to create something that's inspiring, something that we're like satisfied with. When we put down the guitar, we listen back to a recording and go, yeah, I'm happy with that. That was good. I'm pleased that I did that. I'm proud of myself. We want to be able to say that about our playing. And this is a key to getting there, right? It's using our ear, not our hands. This is how the best melodies are written, right? So to recap, next time you pick up the guitar, if you're watching this, you should have the guitar in your hands and been practicing. However, next time you pick up the guitar, we're going to intentionally use our ear. And again, you don't have to do this the whole practice session. You're going to be probably learning new stuff, playing some songs and stuff like that. But just set aside 5 minutes to just play a chord and then try and hum or sing a melody over the top, right? We need to hum or sing to create these phrases, not use our hands. Don't use the shapes. Those are mindless. Use your ear. Your brain is going to tell you what's good. It's going to deliver you this beautiful melody, right? Let your ear do the work, not the hands. Keep doing this, and songs are going to be coming out of nowhere. Trust me, right? If you do this for like every day for 6 months, you're going to have a song, and you won't even realize that how easy it was. It just kind of happens to you. And again, you're going to be satisfied with it. You're going to be able to share it with other people, and then other people are going to go, yeah, that was nice to listen to. I'm glad you shared that with me, and it's a nice wholesome experience that you get to share with people. So this has been how I got good at guitar. Coincidentally, the Discord notification's going off again. It's pretty funny. Check out the Discord, link in the description. If you still suck after this lesson, book a call with me. Check the description. I want to be offering people lessons, making sure that they get to that advanced stage. Also, check out the Instagram. You can message me there as well. Again, respect for making it towards the end of the video. You're in the top 1% if you made it this far. I trust that you're going to be getting good at the guitar because you've got a good attention span. Well done. Well done. You're going places. And again, subscribe for more high quality guides. Also, thank you for my students, all the lovely comments. Keep them coming. And yeah, we recently hit 1,000 subscribers. That's a big milestone. Thank you very much. I've got something special planned in the Discord for that. So make sure you check that out. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.